Shem Al Shah Shem Rakah Kodash Shalom to the 144,000. The rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. I'm going to entitle this video, One More Step, Blam. Let me say that again. The title of this video is One More Step, Blam. Not one more step and blam, but one more step, blam. If you can relate to what I'm saying, you can put in the comment board. I know the apostles and some of the bishops, I believe, know. I know the apostles know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that blam is the RFID microchip. Give me a second. So this is another step closer to, well, anyway, this is put up by GMS Hawaii. Gabar Yahweh, the elder out of Hawaii, Gabar Yahweh. Anyway, breaking news, UK, or the UK, United Kingdom, will implement digital ID mandatory for all adults in the UK. Now, this is weeks ago. Actually, it was in August, so we're talking about a month ago, 4 weeks ago, whatever. It was sometimes about the 20-something of August or something like that. I went on a big run around the DMV. Whole system has changed. The office that I normally go to pretty much get in and out better than the city would be White Plains. I went there, and there was a new office building there. I'm like, oh, there you go. So I went on my smartphone, put in DMV near me, and it took me to another location. I told you all the story before. When I had to park the car, when I left, first of all, they said, oh, you got to make an appointment. You just can't come in here. I said, oh, okay, no big deal. So I left, went to pay to get out. It was $3. I pull out cash, no cash, credit card, debit card, chip, whatever. So I have my bank card. I have a debit card that I reload. I guess you call it that. I have one credit card. I had a bunch of credit cards. I got rid of all of them. I got one credit card, and I got a bank card, which is also, credit card and a debit card. So, if I go to, like, let's say BJ's or something, I always go to the. I never buy too much. I buy maybe no more than 15 things. If I buy 10 things in one shot, that's a lot, because I'll come another 3 days and buy some more stuff or whatever. So I'm pretty much in and out. And so I go to the cashier, and sometimes, it used to be where you could put cash. Any checkout, self checkout, you can use cash. Now, you don't know until you make, you scan everything. It might be cash and, credit cards and stuff, or it might just be credit. So I said, okay, hey, well, I got a credit card, bank card, whatever. I'll pay it that way, no big deal. So, everything is quickly going digital. They make your life easier. Oh, in the tri-state area, and I'm pretty sure around the whole country, but in our New York, Jersey, Connecticut area, that includes Pennsylvania and out of states nearby to the like Delaware, Philly, DC, places like that. I believe that same system, E-ZPass, works the same way. When you're using E-ZPass, which I got an E-ZPass, I avoid the tolls, but sometimes you can't help it. I got the E-ZPass on my windshield, so it just takes out the money. So to say, oh, if you go over this bridge, this small bridge or whatever, it's going to be $3. But if you don't with the Easy Pass. If not, it's going to be $8.50 or something like that. So people are going to say, "Man, this is bullshit. I'm going to have to get it. They're forcing you to get it." So anyway, when I went to the DMV, I went further upstate to Peekskill, New York, which was a nice little ride. And I thought they were going to do the same thing. I said, "Let me give it a try." Spirit said, "Go ahead, go ahead up there, go ahead up there." And sister said, "You supposed to get set up an appointment, but here I'm gonna let you go." I said, "Oh, the water, hey, the water to the sister. She gonna get a blessing." So I was in there for about 25 minutes tops. Now, what they want you to do is get an enhance ID. So at one point, if you left the country, you can use a passport or you can use an advance ID in New York or any of the states. I know it's in New York, and that's been out for years. Now, domestically, let's say I wanted to fly from, let's say I want to hop on a plane and go from New York to, let's say South Carolina. That's not too far. That's inside the country. But in order for you to do that, you better have a passport or a enhanced ID. So I didn't get one. I said I ain't getting one. I ain't planning on hopping on no goddamn planes. But it's getting closer and closer. And pretty much when you accept that advanced or enhanced ID, that's one step closer to the mark, which is a real ID. Remember years ago they were trying to push the real ID out there. People wasn't having it. Now they're kind of cornering you to get it. So I'm gonna let this play. Breaking news: UK will implement digital ID mandatory for all adults in the UK. Now this is what I'm gonna do. UK will implement digital ID mandatory for all adults. Okay, let me go to the Google. And we know this is the wolf, but the wolf is 10 miles away. We can see the wolf. We're telling the people that the wolf is coming, so get ready. The ones that don't get ready, they're going to get taken out by the wolf. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, this guy subscribed to him, Alpha Male. I didn't know. I realized in this video, he was on Shark Tank. So I said, "Oh shit!" They showed the actual clip of him on Shark Tank, and I think I saw that episode. So anyway, he gives you like advice, men's advice. Let me see. Let me go here. Stay single. Stay single. It took me 49 years to learn this about women. Stay single. And I agree with him. I agree with him. Okay, so now let's do this here. Okay, let's see what happens. Maybe this is fake news. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Digital ID to be compulsory, which is mandatory for all UK adults under government. This was put up 5 hours ago. So this is breaking news. Let me see here. 11 hours ago, breaking all British adults to require a digital ID, which is called a Brit card. A Brit card. 8 hours ago, Lib Dems, liberals and Democrats, cannot support mandatory digital ID. 7 hours ago, Sky News. Liberty warns digital ID scheme has to be opt-in, not mandatory. This is all breaking 4 hours ago. Every adult in Britain to require new brick card ID. One step closer. Eventually, people are gonna lose their cards. Their cards are gonna get hacked and this, that, and the other. And then they're gonna say, okay, everybody gotta get microchipped. That way you can't lose your card unless you lose your hand. Starmer to unveil digital ID cards. And this guy just met with, I guess he's the prime minister, president, whatever. He met with Trump. They rubbed elbows. This is weeks ago. This is a global thing, man. But they're making it seem like certain countries in Africa, oh, it's a good idea. No, they're getting that memo. They all got the memo, but they're going to get another memo where it says this is the date that you're going to push it. So guess what? You got a deadline now to get this thing. Look at that, 7 hours, 11 hours. All UK adults will now be required to have digital ID, which is known as the brick card. UK Prime Minister Starmer pushes mandatory brick card digital ID for migration control. Uh-oh. Remember what Trump said in, what was that, 2015? He said the entrance exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately for the what? For the illegal aliens, for the migrants. Here it is right here. 10 hours ago, UK Prime Minister Starmer pushes mandatory brick card digital ID for migration control. They're going to let all those people, Mexicans and everybody back in the country, but they're going to have to do it for a price. They're going to have to get some type of digital equivalent to this one. And where'd you hear it first? GMS. This is breaking news. 4 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 10 hours ago. You miss a day, you miss a lot. You miss an hour, you miss a lot. And it was not like I didn't believe what the elder said. If he says it, he's not gonna make shit up. So I simply took this out, and what did I do? I went to Google. So now I'm gonna let it play. They're moving fast with this thing. They're moving fast with this thing. Now what are these? Now I'm pretty sure Bishop Nate is privy to this. He watches our videos. As he said, I watch all of your videos. Habakkuk 2 and 3 NLT, beautiful. Yeah, Habakkuk 2, beautiful. But in the NLT, it's spoken a little differently. Habakkuk 2 verses 3 NLT. It says this vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. And we can see that. We can see it. Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, hard times. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Now the word wicked right here, if you ask, let's say a IUIC, because they don't deal with the Hebrew, you ask them, who is the wicked? If this is against the wicked, then who is the wicked that's going to come after the wicked? Well, the word there is not rai, which is wicked. or evil rather. The word there is, I forget the word, I can look it up. I think I'm going to look it up. But it means laborer. Aimal, if I'm not mistaken. Aimal means laborer. And so when you read this precept with understanding, the next precept to come to your pop in your head should be James 5, from the first verse on down to like the 10, 11 verse or so. So, oh yeah, Habakkuk, the visions that he got, they're coming to pass in our time. Okay, so let me just go ahead and let it play.
I want to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Shimon Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles, the bishop, elders of Great Millstone, for teaching the word and truth and sincerity, and for ruling well. So you teach to the elect. Hey, this is President Kabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii. Coming to you with a quick lesson. I'm speaking a little fast because I'm a little excited. But at the same time, this is breaking news. This is the first of many steps to the MOTB.
This is major stuff. I'm excited my damn self. I'm a little excited. I'm excited my damn self. And I fact checked. I might be one of the members of the Church of Berea. I knew the brother wasn't lying and making this up. I knew this wasn't clickbait. But I checked it anyway in the spirit of the Church of Berea. Of a true Berean.
The fast track in the MOTB system, right? Okay, in the UK right now, they're about the UK Prime Minister is saying that every adult needs to get a digital ID, right? And I'm going to play the video in a second, but I just wanted to bring this out because, hey, this is the step. This is the step that they're taking towards the MOTB. It's going to start with a digital ID. It's going to start with a digital ID that's connected to biometrics, that's connected to you in every different way, and eventually it's going to go to the MOTB. That's how things work. It's called gradualism. Okay, and this is a plan that every nation on the earth is going to start adjusting to, right? And it's only a matter of time before it hits America. Something's going to happen. Digital ID is going to be implemented and enforced upon the people, and eventually those digital IDs are going to transfer to the MOTB, right? This is the likelihood of them introducing it. I had it on a chat a while ago. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to find it. So I asked the chat if America were going to implement an RFID microchip or CBDCs, what stages would be first? Do you think do you think a digital ID will be implemented? Salaki for all the incorrect spellings on here, but it says short answer yes. A national digital ID or a set of interoperable digital IDs would almost certainly come first, or at least in parallel, before any program to link implanted RFID chips to a US CBDC, right? This is stepwise roadmap most plausible. Policy signals, conditions, lawmakers, Fed agencies, Congress, administration, commission, studies, task force to report on digital ID payments and Homeland Security. It says CBDC design, technical pilot, central bank, private partners, digital. This is the point. Digital ID rollout, state plus federal plus private sectors. Practical rollout usually starts with mobile driver's license, MDL pilots, and interoperable EID systems. State and vendors already are integrating IDs into wallets and toucher standards. Digital ID ecosystem scale before anything that attaches to the identity of the body. So
has signaled that he is.
This is going to be the precursor to the chip, and this is breaking news right here, right? So without any further ado, let me play this real quick. Let me play what he said.
The Prime Minister has signalled that he is going to announce tomorrow plans for all adults in the UK to have a digital ID card. Sir Keir Starmer is expected to reveal more details on that, but it's understood he believes the ID cards will help them crack down on illegal immigration. It will be a form of...
There you go. There you go. All this thing that Nero's doing is a big stunt. Everything they do is a series of stunts. And this whole Charlie Kirkland, I changed his name, Charlie Kirkland. Put in Charlie Kirkland versus Charlie Kirkland, see what you come up with. Charlie Kirk, his wife, all these other people, name them, you name these people, they all, you know what I mean. They're all connected in one way or another. This is a big, hey, George Collins said this is a club, and you're not a member of it, or however he said it.
Proof of a citizen's right to live and work in the UK. Most European countries do require their citizens to hold ID cards, but the UK has long resisted with concerns over civil rights and privacy issues.
Yeah, because they're so concerned about your civil rights. Let me bring this back a little bit. See, here you got you stupid, dumbass Christians thinking Jesus was going to come back 2 days ago. And we told you clowns that he's not coming back. Jesus ain't coming back, baby. Jesus ain't coming back on the 23rd or the 24th. So where you Christians now? You got some explaining to do. Let's go back.
Announce tomorrow plans for all.
So without any further ado, let me play this real quick. Let me play what he said.
The Prime Minister has signalled that he is going to announce tomorrow plans for all adults in the UK.
Why is he doing that? Because he got the memo. Everybody that gets the memo, they're going to have to do it. They're going to say, this is the memo. On this date, you're going to make it, put on the news. We're going to have certain actors act like they're not with it. And then we're going to beat the shit out of them to get people to comply, or whatever the case may be. Or you're just going to get a hard way to go.
To have a digital ID card. Sir Keir Starmer is expected to reveal more details on that, but it's understandable.
Eventually it will turn into a chip. If you other camps, major camps, can't see that, you guys definitely sold out.
And he believes the ID cards will help them crack down on illegal immigration. It will help.
You just heard what he just said, right? Crack down on illegal immigration, right? Same thing in America. They're going to let these illegals come in because they're going to be elite. They're going to be legal now because they're going to have the cards. Then the card's going to go from the card to the chip. Now you want to stay making that good U.S. money. You don't go back to Venezuela and eat dogs. You don't want to go to Mexico. You want to stay here in America and work. They might even let your family come up here. So a lot of our people, the Northern Kingdom tribes, they're gonna take it. Hey, people from Jamaica and the islands, they might have to go ahead and get it if they go back and forth from the states to the islands. You miss a day, you miss a lot.
Them crack down on illegal immigration. It will be a form of proof of a citizen's right to live and work in the UK. Most European countries do require their citizens to hold ID cards, but the UK has long resisted with concerns over civil rights and privacy issues.
That's the same thing that they have in America. They're going to use this digital ID to confirm your identity. They want to know who you are, where you are, right? They're going to use this digital ID to grant you access, and eventually it's going to go from that digital ID, right, or digital ID card, right, which is going to be accessible via your mobile devices, your computer devices, and then eventually they're going to go to the chip, right? It said it right here. This is what happened in America. It says a digital ID rollout, state plus federal and private sector. Practical rollout usually starts with mobile driver's license. We just said that, which they already have that in America, but now it's going to be pushed even harder. Or MDL pilots and interoperable EID systems or electronic IDs. States and vendors already are integrating IDs into wallets and testing standards and digital ID ecosystems scale before anything that attaches identity to the body. Bottom line, a robust privacy-aware digital ID framework is what lets the system authenticate a person securely. It's the natural step before granting a persistent payment credential implant authority. It's a natural step, right? Real quick, today, the Prime Minister of UK just announced it implementing digital IDs. Right? It's just a step towards microchipping. It may say no, but we'll see. We'll see what it says. It's breaking news, man. Just bear with me trying to see what it says. It says, short answer, yes. Short answer, yes. Today, the Prime Minister of the UK just announced it will be implementing digital IDs. Is this a step toward microchips? Short answer, yes. The UK moved toward a...
Ooh! I'm a little excited. Let me hear that again. Hey, you Christians should have asked chat if Jesus is coming back. He said, is Jesus coming back on the 23rd? He would have told you no. Watch the Hebrew Israelites. You Christians are looking really stupid.
It says short answer, yes. Short answer, yes. Today, the Prime Minister of the UK just announced it will be implementing digital IDs. Is this a step toward microchips? Short answer, yes.
Is this a step toward microchips? Fair the microchip.
Move toward a mandatory national digital ID is a meaningful step in the direction of the kinds of identity infrastructures that could make linking people to a CBDC or implanted credentials technically possible.
Implanted.
But it is not the same as a decision to implant RFID chips. There are big legal, political, and social gaps between a digital ID rollout and an implant.
That's why Biden and the confirmation for Chief Justice Roberts. That was it 2004, 2005. This is before. This is when Obama was a senator. He wasn't really even known. 2004, nobody knew him. 2005, they began to know him. But during that time, I believe it was 2005. Who's the Chief Justice? I believe he either retired or died. I forget his name. And they had to replace the Chief Justice with this guy, judge named Roberts out of Jersey. And he had what's called a confirmation. And you can probably still find it on YouTube. Where this guy Biden, he was senator at that time. He said, "You will rule, mark my words, before your tenure is over." Can we put a? Is it possible for you to legally put a microchip in somebody's head? You will rule on that before your tenure is over. Mark my words. And Chief Justice Roberts is looking at him like he's crazy. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Because Biden is an insider, just like the rest of them.
Right? What the UK announced. Media reports that Prime Minister Keir Starmer is expected to back a BRIC card and a mandatory digital ID for adults to verify right to work, rent, use government digital ID infrastructure. And this is what's going to happen in America.
The minister has
This is what's going to happen all over the planet Earth. You dumbass Africans, you're going to eat it up like it's cotton candy.
signaled that he is going to
This is coming to America.
And you know what? Nobody knows what's going on except for GMS. That's the topic right there. That's the topic right there. Nobody on the planet Earth knows what's going on except for GMS and the affiliates. Because these major camps, what does Nate say? They're talking about sin in all of its form, whether it be religious or political.
Bro. Right?
Now, we already know what Nate's going to say if he comes around. He's going to say, if you listen to me closely, oh morons, I did say they might put a chip in there. So we're gonna laugh on that day. We're gonna laugh at you like we laughed at these damn Christians for the last couple of days, talking about you had a bunch of Hamites going to the forest waiting for Jesus to come. Man, first of all, a white man ain't coming to save your black ass. Fuck's your problem?
America don't like to be a step behind. Right? So this is coming to America. These different European countries and nations, they're gonna start implementing this, bro. Right? And we already know the precepts. I don't have to bring it out. Revelation 13 and 16 on down, man. Because of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Right? This is just this is a precursor. They're moving fast, man. Every adult in the UK will need a digital ID under the new plan. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. That would say shalom on to the next.
So y'all got it. Shalom. What else can I say?